Welcome back. We made it to day 8. This morning we weighed in. I have good news to tell you. We started this diet out 8 days ago with me weighing 231.4 pounds. This morning I weighed in at 219.8. So give or take a few, that is about 11.5 pounds. That's awesome. I was predicting 10 pounds. I feel like the first week of keto you lose 10 pounds. It's mainly water weight. I'm definitely going to be anxious to see what I weigh in next Thursday morning, a week from today. I'm guessing around 4. I'll be happy with 2. What do you think I'm going to lose? There's no way I'm going to lose more than 4 in my mind, but then again, this is keto. You just never know. I did go to the gym, went to a different gym this morning, the community center. Like any other gym, there's always going to be something you don't like about the gym, but it went well, had a good workout. Nothing crazy. Again, this is the first week coming back, so I'm not going super hard. Saturday morning, I'm probably going to go pretty hard, though. We can talk about that later. For breakfast, I had 2.5 pieces of bacon and 2 eggs. I ended up putting what I had left of my bacon in the oven and cooking it, draining that juice off, the bacon grease, and putting the bacon in a Ziploc. That way I can just heat it up in the morning. The reason I did that is it kind of started getting that gray texture to it, like it was starting to go bad, and I do not like to waste bacon because it's something I eat a lot as well as eggs. So those are the 2 things I don't waste because I eat them so often that if I waste them, I'm losing money, if you know what I mean. So word of advice, if your bacon looks like it's kind of getting old, just cook it all in the oven, drain all the bacon grease, save that grease, cook your eggs in it in the morning. Everything will go well. Tried the new hot links this morning. This afternoon, for lunch. I had 2 hot links, 4 celery sticks, and some ranch. Also had a bang, which I just realized I didn't put on my FitnessPal, but it is what it is. I had a bang today. This brings up the topic of this actual video, and that is how foods counteract with us, especially on keto. And I feel like keto is the only diet that you actually get this kind of benefit from, is figuring out what kind of foods maybe you should not eat. This hot links thing is in question anyway, because on the packaging it says it's like 22 grams of fat, 4 carbs per link. But when I took a picture of the package or tried to look on my FitnessPal, everything kept coming back to 6 grams of carbs, which sucks because now I'm 4 carbs into this meal higher than it should have been. You know what I mean? It should have been 8 carbs, not 12. It's not that big a deal, but at the same time, what's right? We don't know, and that's kind of where the ballparking thing goes. But get back on topic here, is about 30 minutes after I had those hot links, my stomach was all weird, and I had to use the bathroom, and then 30 minutes after that, and then 30 minutes after that, and I'm not saying good bathroom breaks. We'll just say that. It's about as PG as I can go with it. Either way, so was those hot links what made my stomach feel that way and made me use the bathroom? I don't know. Was it the hot links mixed with the celery and the ranch and the bang, that combination? Is that what made my stomach like that? Here's what you need to do when things like this happen. If you eat something and you start feeling like crap, or you need to use, the bathroom in 30 minutes, or it's almost like one of those uncontrollable, like you need to go right now, like I'm going to have an accident right now, you need to think about what you have ate, because your body is going to be more sensitive to these food allergies that you didn't know you had. And these food allergies cause us to have, like blemishes on our face, could make your sinuses bad. They could obviously make you gain weight, and they could make your stomach hurt. They can make you cramp. I did not know I was allergic to almond milk for the longest time, and I was putting a little bit of it in my coffee every morning. And then I started getting sick. And then I realized after the 3rd day, when I had to go to the doctor because I felt like I was deathly ill, and he said I had a stomach virus or something like that, I started thinking about what could be causing this. And then I drank 6 ounces of that almond milk. I just drank a whole glass of it, and it made me sick as crap. I'm talking like hardcore sick. So I realized that I can't be drinking that. I eat almonds, but for some reason I can't have almond milk. So you need to be paying attention to these foods you're eating, because if it makes you feel like crap, or it makes you super tired, or maybe it makes you super hungry after you eat it, all these things, I'm saying super a lot for some reason, but either way, if you are getting negative feelings, think about what you ate. Is it something you eat all the time? Just test these things. These will tell you. And I don't feel like you get that on any other diet, because when you have carbs in your system, it tends to like soak up all that crap that's in your stomach and not make you feel as bad. And I remember when I had that stomach virus, whatever was going on from drinking that almond milk, I actually had to quit doing keto for like an entire week and eat carbs because I couldn't get better. I just stayed sick and I could not get better. And the carbs helped absorb that and, make me feel better. I'm not saying if you have the keto flu that, you should stop doing keto. You definitely push through the keto flu. Most people get it. It's worse for some people than it is others. Sometimes some people get the keto flu like 3 weeks into the diet, but not at first. Some people get it within the first 24 to 48 hours. You just never know. Everyone's body is different. Again, that's what I'm saying. Make sure you listen to your body when it comes to these foods, because these foods could make you be feeling like, they can make you feel like crap. They could cause you to have allergies. They could cause so many things. Just remember, if you start feeling negative in any way, think about what you ate. Just saying. Food for thought. All right, so where are we here? For dinner, remember I showed you that marinating chicken in, it was like 3 breasts in half a thing of Italian dressing. I actually baked that for 15 minutes, flipped it 15 minutes on 450 degrees. I ended up eating like 7 ounces of that chicken, which is a lot of chicken. Like usually I try to go 4 to 6. It is what it is. I didn't have a lot on my plate. I actually had to improvise and do something different because I didn't want salad tonight. And you can see I did 2 cheese sticks and I also did a half avocado. I hate avocados. I get it. It's a staple of the keto diet, just like bacon and eggs are, but I'm just not an avocado person, but I still try to eat it every once in a while. It's those healthy fats, whatever. If you like it, great for you. Super happy for you. All right, new fat drink tonight. I used whey or protein powder, however you want. I mean, I'm not sure if isopure is straight up whey. I'm not 100% sure. I need to read those labels a little better. But as you can see, I have 3 different protein powders. One of them was from my grandpa who died, and I've had for who knows how long he's had that. They gave it to me, so I kept it. That isopure, I've actually had that for quite a while. I bought that specifically for keto because the carbs were low on it. And then Amanda drinks the Optimum Nutrition strawberry protein. Let's talk about that real quick. So on the Optimum Nutrition side, you can see that 1 serving has 1.5 grams of fat. It has 3 carbs, and it has 24 grams of protein. 24 grams of protein isn't bad. Just saying, let's think about that number for a minute. And then we're going to go to the Equate brand that's straight from Walmart that, I inherited from Grandpa. The fat is 3 grams on it. Carbs are 9. And the protein is 30. Let's go to the isopure. And I know if you look at that label, you're like, oh man, what? The fat is 1. The carbs are 3. The protein is 50. 50, if I was to take the recommended serving of that isopure, that's not going to be good for me because that's 50 grams of protein right off the rip without fat coming behind it. We are going to test at some point how much protein, like protein shake, you can take before it really starts affecting your ketones negatively. Someone asked me that months ago, and I've kind of just kept it on the back burner. We're going to eventually do that. But I only did a half of 1 scoop. If you see for the serving size is 2 scoops, I only did half of that 1 scoop. So we're going to knock all those ratios down by a fraction of 4, 1/4. So it ended up being the fat was 0.25 grams, the carbs were 0.75 grams, and the protein was 12.5 grams. So with these fat drinks, I try to never go over the 20 gram mark because this is a fat drink. This is not a protein drink. This is a fat drink, a fat bomb, whatever you want to call these things. But either way, we're looking for fat, not all the other stuff that's in there. So with that being said, if you were going to use the Optimum Nutrition, I would do half the recommended serving, as well as the Equate brand. I would do half of that recommended serving as well. And I mix that with a tablespoon of butter, and I put about 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, maybe a little bit more. I'm not really sure. I don't ever measure it out because that's just nonsense. And I started up. It was good. It wasn't super flavorful, but it was drinkable. You know what I mean? It was not bad. It wasn't that's horrible. But mixing with that I did about 6-7-ish ounces of hot water. I just ran it through the Keurig and then mixed it that way. So, definitely do hot water. That way it melts the butter and all that good stuff. Or you could just, mix it with water or heavy whipping cream. However you want to do that, you've got to play with these things, figure out what works the best for you. So, at the end of the day, our protein was 110 grams. Our carbohydrates were 31. I don't like that number. I try never to go over 30 at all. But again, remember those hot links. On the back it said 4 piece, not 6. So if we take 4 off of 31, 27. So I feel like I had more like 27 grams of carbohydrates instead of 31. But maybe it really was 31. But at the same time, it's okay. Okay? It's okay. Don't worry about it. And the fat was 181 grams. Totally fine. That's 70 above protein. So we're still at the ratios that I prefer. So that puts our percentages at 6% carbohydrates, 74% fat, and 20% protein. I couldn't read my handwriting there. Those are great macros. Again, I always want to get my fat at least 70%. The rest I don't usually care about as long as my carbs ain't over 10%, which at 6% they're a little bit higher than I'm used to seeing them. But that's okay. Our calories for the end of the day were 2,119. I don't think I said this yesterday, but my calories yesterday were 2,104. So we're staying around the 2,000 area. Again, I try to stay around the 2,000 area. I do lift weights and go to the gym. I need to make sure that my protein's a little bit higher up there and my calories are right up there, because I'm not wanting to lose a ton of weight. I'm just cutting this fat off my body. That's all I really care about, is losing the fat, because the fat is what is going to make me appear to be skinnier and keep my muscle mass. Again, if you didn't care about losing muscle mass at all, you could definitely drop your protein and your calories. I know a lot of people, when you first start keto, it's very hard to get a high amount of calories because fat is so filling. But anyway, I've rambled on forever, and I know that. And I'm thinking of a different topic for tomorrow. I'll try to keep these at least to give you some knowledge. I want you to see what I'm eating, how many grams I'm eating of it. That's why I'm giving you those pictures of what I ate, and it shows like maybe 2 slices or 4 ounces. I'm just trying to give you, learn how to eat these foods and kind of the ballpark of where you should be. Do you feel more comfortable being at 100 or 1,500 calories, or do you feel more comfortable being at 2,400 calories? Because again, you're gonna burn fat. Just remember, if you have your fat super high, like over 300 grams or 280 every single day, your body is going to use the fat you're putting in it to give you the energy instead of burning your own fat. It's still going to keep you in ketosis, and you're going to burn fat while you sleep. But again, just remember, you don't need to go overboard on fat. I don't believe in that. Even if you're trying to gain healthy muscle on this diet, you should be bumping your protein, not your fats. That's my personal recommendation. Just like any diet, this is all an opinion. Everybody's diets are opinions. Everyone does things different. Vegans do stuff different. And you might talk to one vegan and then another one and be like, no, I don't agree with you at all. So again, all diets are opinions, and you need to think about what you're listening to me talking to you. This is my opinion. Make your own opinion about keto. Get the knowledge that you can from me and all the other people. I love Thomas DeLauer, by the way. He is super smart, and he's hardcore nerd status on a bunch of the keto stuff, which is awesome. I enjoy watching his YouTube channel. I'll link it below in case you want to check him out, but he's awesome. Anyway, I'm going to end this one, and we'll see what tomorrow holds, right? Until then, keep it keto.